Another misconception is that it's all right to drink milk because the cow is not killed in the process.
I think there's more cruelty in a glass of milk than a steak. First of all, 90% of hamburger meat in America comes directly from the dairy industry. When cows don't give huge amounts of milk after 3 to 7 years, slaughterhouse. No exceptions. If given a chance, cows can live to be 18 to 25. I know you understand the concept that a female mammal has to be pregnant to produce and give milk. You just never think about it when it comes to the animals. Every cow and every dairy farm once a year, long steel device shoved in her vagina to inject her with bull semen. When she gives birth later on, baby is stolen. A couple months later, repeat the process all over again. And let me tell you something, the worst scream I've ever heard, and I've heard them all firsthand, because around 17 years ago when I started hearing about this, I was like every other stubborn, addicted meat eater. I didn't want to hear about it either. The worst scream I have ever heard, by far, is a mother cow in a dairy farm, screaming her lungs out day after day after day for her stolen baby to be given back to her. And why do they steal babies from their moms? Well, the dairy industry can't have little babies sucking up all that milk that was meant for them. Every time you have a glass of cow milk, some calf is not.
Gary believes those who eat animal products continue to do so in part because of the addictive nature of the foods.
This is the problem. See, most people don't want to put meat, cheese, milk, and eggs in the addiction category. They want to leave it to drugs like heroin and crystal meth. This is the world's oldest and strongest addiction, meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. That's why it's going on so long, and that's why people become so irrational when you ask them to stop harming cows and pigs. It's like asking a cigarette smoker to stop smoking, to come up with any excuse in the world. Everything's fine, no, I don't mind. This is what meat eaters do all the time. In fact, just to show you how irrational meat eaters do become and can become when faced with the question of being kind to animals. Last semester at Barry University in Miami, I had a student, a grown man, say to me, "Hey Gary, cows and humans aren't equals because cows can't drive cars."
At the end of his lecture, Gary challenges students to make a life-saving, ethical decision.
You got a choice today. You hit that door, you can choose to be radically kind, never to intentionally harm another animal for breakfast, lunch, or dinner ever again. These creatures have never harmed you and violated you in any way, shape, or form. The least you can do is return the favor. Or you can stay radically cruel. Keep the status quo as is. Make sure animals have their babies stolen from them. Make sure their horns are cut off and beaks sliced off, testicles ripped out. Make sure they never experience one drop of human kindness. And make sure there's a knife in their throat every second of every day for eternity.